sexy back. We're bringing sexy back.
Let's get it started. Harder, won't you give it up?
Hello, beautiful lady. Yes, I am talking to you. It is Thursday, and you know what goes down here on Thursday. Wife Life with Dr. Gail goes down here on Thursday. So do me a huge favor. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button and the little bell right next to it so you'll know when I go live. And so tonight, I want to talk to you about 8 reasons why couples stop having sex. Yes, it is a pandemic around couples who are in sexless marriages. And I am on a mission to get you guys back having amazing sex. So tonight, again, I want to talk to you about 8 reasons why couples stop having sex. And they're not what you think it is. It's not the normal stuff. Number 1, sex becomes a chore. And this mainly happens for women, right? But it can happen for men as well. But mainly, we have so many things on our plate as women that it becomes a chore. It's not pleasurable. It feels like we're working another job. And that's not the will of God when it comes to sex. So that's the number 1 reason that sex becomes a chore. We would rather do everything else besides have sex with our spouses. So that's the number one reason. Number 2, there's no romance or excitement around sex, right? When you were dating your spouse and you guys were having amazing fun before the kids, the finances, all the stuff that happens in a marriage, right? Before all of that, sex was pleasurable. It was romantic. It was like, oh my God. But life happens, right? We begin to get children and all kind of different things going on in our marriages. And we forget that we have to constantly go back to that place where we first fell in love, where we had romance and it was sparks flying, right? You can get back to that place, but you have to work at it. Number 3, intimacy has stopped existing outside of the bedroom. And intimacy has absolutely nothing to do with sex. Intimacy is all about allowing your spouse in your personal space. Great conversation, amazing hugs, amazing kisses, holding hands, all of those things that you used to do to lead to amazing sex, that is intimacy. And so when you stop having intimacy outside of the bedroom, it is so hard to have it inside of the bedroom. Number 4, you don't share the same sex drive. This is huge for a lot of couples, right? A lot of couples, the wife is going through menopause or the man is going through menopause. And yes, there is such a thing as a male menopause, right? Men go through it as well, where they have a dip in their testosterone. And just like women have a dip in our hormones as well. And so it is real. So your sex drive is totally different. And it's okay as long as you work towards getting it back in sync. And it takes work. It takes commitment. It takes sometimes going to the doctor to figure out if you're having some kind of hormone shift or deficiency for women and men. But it's 100% fixable if you are dealing with a low libido or a low sex drive. Number 5, the responsibility of life has just taken over. So many of us are so stressed out with just life in general, so we're just existing. We're literally just doing life day by day, day by day. So we're not truly living life, right? We have put so many responsibilities on our plates that sex is just out. It's just like I can't add anything else on my plate. Number 6, body insecurities. And this can be on the woman's side and can be on the man's side, especially after COVID has happened. So many people have gained weight just because we just been sitting in front of our computers, not exercising, not going outside, not doing anything to get healthy. And so you might have, a couple of extra pounds. But remember, this is your spouse and they should love you unconditionally. And if you know that you have put on extra pounds and that is withholding you from sharing your body with your spouse freely, do something about it. You have the ability to change. Just don't say, I put on this weight, so I'm withholding sex. And this is for a woman or a man, right? Because you want to remain as attractive to your spouse as possible, but you also want to be healthy for yourself, right? And feel good about your body, how you look to yourself, because that's the most important thing. So when you look good, you feel good, and you have more sex. It goes hand in hand. It really does. Number 7, you found out that one of you are bisexual or gay. And I know you're like, okay, Gail, what does that have to do with it? A lot of couples are finding out that one of their spouses is interested in, that are bisexual, or they're finding out that they're gay and they're withholding sex because they really don't know what to do or how to say this is what my preference is. It's a whole lot of dynamics when it comes to this. And this is a subject that so many couples are facing now that, it's okay to come out and it's not something that you need to hide and all of these kind of things. But it's hard on the other spouse because they don't understand what is going on with you and why they're not good enough and why you're choosing this type of lifestyle. And number 8, having children has ruined your sex life. So many people have allowed having children to ruin their sex life because that baby, that child has become their main focus, which that makes your household out of order. That is not the will of God. The will of God is God first, your spouse second, and everybody else falls up under that. And I understand when children are smaller, you have to pay more attention to them. You have to do all of those things. But you also have to make time in your schedule for your spouse and not give all your time and energy to that child. And at the end of the night, you have nothing left to engage in amazing sex with your spouse. So my prayer is that some of these points help you really identify where you are, what is going on in your sex life. And I want you to know that all of these things are 100% fixable. You can do it. You just have to say, I am in it to win it. And I want to have amazing sex, which is healthy for me. It is good for my marriage. It makes us stronger. That's how we connect. That's how we bond. And I want to make sure that you realize that all of these things are fixable. I'm here. If you need me, you can click the link below and schedule a free discovery call. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to help you. I love you to pieces. I am here every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will see you next week.
We're bringing sexy back.
Let's get it started. Harder, won't you give it up? What you want, body? We're gonna start it as we're one.